Today we will discuss chapter number 6, physical and chemical changes. Let's start. That change is a universal phenomenon. It's a part of everyone's life. In our daily life, we observe many changes around us. These changes can be absorbed by us at home, schools, park and other places. Example, ice melt on heating, water boils on heating, iron rusts in moisture, common salt dissolve in water, vegetable and pulses change on cooking, milk changes into curd. Similarly, ripening of fruits, burning of wood, matchstick, change in weather, etc. are some other changes. Among all these changes, some changes can be reversed, whereas some cannot be reversed. So, the changes which can be reversed by reversing the condition is known as reversible change, like stretching of rubber band. The change which cannot be reversed even by reversing the condition is called irreversible change. For example, burning of paper. So there are two kinds of changes, physical and chemical changes. Let's start with the physical change. I told you in previous slide reversible and irreversible change. Here physical change, a change in which only physical property of any substance get changed and no new substance is formed, means is defined as a reversible change. Like if you cut the paper into pieces, pieces remain paper only. There is no new substances formed. Here some examples are there. Boiling of water. If you boil the water remain water. Melting of ice cream remain ice cream. Cutting fruits, if you cut banana, here banana as an example is there. So if you cut banana pieces remain banana. It means no new substances formed. Told you in previous slides that physical change in which no new substance is formed. Here are some characteristics. During physical change, only physical property like size, shape. If you cut the paper, only paper size, shape is changed. No new substance is formed. Reversible change. I told you in previous slide what is reversible change. The change which cannot be reversed by reversing the condition. Chemical composition of a substance remains same during a physical change. Water, if you boil the water remain water. If you cut the paper remain paper. No chemical composition is changed. So this is about physical change. Second change is chemical change, a change in which one or more new substances with entirely different chemical composition and properties from the original substance. I am giving one example. Your mother making curd from milk. Can you change that curd again into milk? No. It means that milk properties and curd properties both are different, and you get a new substance from the milk. You get new substance is a curd. So this is known as chemical change. You know that chemical change is very important in our life. A variety of new substances we can obtain as a result of chemical change. Example, a lot of important products you can get like soap, detergent, toothpaste, they are formed as a result of chemical changes. We obtain energy by burning fuel such as coal, wood, petrol. When we cut the apple or brinjal or potato, and when you keep it in the open for some time, they change their color. It indicates the chemical change and new substance is formed. If you keep your food after some time or after some days, foul smell coming and it spoiled the food, means again you can't make the new substance. So it's a chemical change. So these are the examples of chemical changes and why it is important. I hope you understand. Characteristics of chemical change. As I told you that during chemical changes, one or more new substances are formed, and it's a permanent change. We can't reverse the condition, means it is irreversible change which cannot be reversed. Both chemical and physical properties of a substance are changed. Chemical, new substances form with new chemical properties. Physical, the shape, color, size, everything is changed. Suppose I gave you one example, like you're burning fuels. It produces large amount of heat. Photosynthesis. During the process of photosynthesis, green part of the plant absorbs solar energy and use that energy to make their food. So this condition that more heat produce, both properties are changed, new substance are formed, it is irreversible. So these are the characteristics of chemical change. Difference between physical and chemical changes. As I told you in previous slides, so the physical change only affect the physical property. Chemical, both physical and chemical, it produce no energy, it produce more energy. It produce no new substance, it produce new substances. It generally reversible, it is irreversible. You have seen that, or you observed that in your old iron object there is some brown color substance on it. What is that? That brown flaky substance on iron object is known as rust. You know that metals are highly reactive. Iron is a metal and it is highly reactive. Therefore, when they react with oxygen which is present in air, which when you expose in air, oxygen is present, so it react with oxygen, and in the air moisture is there, in moisture water is there, so it react with oxygen and water and form metal oxide which spoil the surface of metal. This process is called corrosion of metal, and in iron metal this corrosion is known as rusting of iron. So what is rusting of iron? The iron objects, when kept in moist air for a few days, get covered with brown powdery substance called rust, and this process is called rusting of iron. Two conditions are necessary for the rusting of iron, as I told you: presence of oxygen in atmosphere, in air, presence of water or water vapor in moisture. In second picture you can see the chemical change, that iron react with oxygen and moisture to form a new substance, iron, Fe, oxygen and water. When they react, so they make a hydrated iron oxide, 2Fe2O3H2O. It is the hydrated. So this is known as rusting of iron. Prevention of rusting, that how we can prevent the rusting. As you know that iron is the cheapest and most easily available metal. It is used in our day-to-day life in making large number of objects such as gates, railing, grills, car bodies, buses, trucks, ship. So rusting cause a great deal of loss and damage. So since rusting is continuous destructive process, so we need to prevent rusting of iron. Number one is coated with oil or grease. Various machine parts or tools made up of iron, or these grills, doors you have seen which is made up of iron, they are coated with a thin layer of grease or paint when not in use. Why? To prevent them from coming in contact with air and moisture, hence rusting is prevented. Second, coating iron with other metals. Like this process is known as galvanization. What is galvanization? The process of depositing a thin layer of zinc metal on iron object. It is known as galvanization. Like earlier, there are some pipes come which are fitted for water and other things. In that pipes, GI pipes are written. Why they are written? GI means galvanized iron pipe coated with zinc on the surface of iron. So it make a surface on it and it prevent the rusting. Zinc metal remain unaffected by air and moisture. That's why they coated with zinc. Iron sheet used for making buckets, drum, dustbin, roof shed are also galvanized to prevent them from rusting. Second is by converting iron into stainless steel. When we eat food in stainless steel plates at home, it does not rust even though it wash. Why? Because they are the alloy of iron. Alloy means that homogeneous mixture of two or more metals. When iron is reactive with air and water, as I told you, when it mixes with a fixed amount of other metals like carbon, manganese, chromium, nickels, on cooling it forms a alloy which is known as stainless steel, and it does not rust at all in moist air. Cooking utensils, knives, scissors, surgical instruments are made up of stainless steel. Crystallization, a process of obtaining pure crystal of a substance from a saturated solution, is known as crystallization. Or crystallization is the process of obtaining pure solid crystal having definite geometrical shape. You know that the sea water is salty and seawater contains salt dissolved in it. This can be obtained by the evaporation of seawater. But this technique of separation is not good because the salt obtained in this manner are not pure and the crystals are very small. So with the help of crystallization process, what they will do in coastal area, they make a large and shallow pit. Seawater is collected in them. The heat of the sun evaporate the water. Since the water has a limited capacity for holding the dissolved salt, some of the salt crystallized. These crystals are collected, again dissolved in water and filtered to remove the impurities, and the clear solution is again evaporated to get the salt. So you can see in the picture they are making the some shallow pit. In that they collect the sea water, sun evaporate that water, this process again and again, and they make a salt crystal, and they have the definite geometrical shape. Crystal means the purest solid form of a substance with a definite geometrical shape. So this process, by obtaining crystal, we are able to purifying the certain substances. In second picture you can see that prepare copper sulfate crystal by process of crystallization. In that method they take 100 ml of water in a beaker and few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Put the beaker on the tripod stand and heat it with the help of burner. When it start boiling, copper sulfate powder while stirring continuously, then continue adding copper sulfate powder till no powder can be dissolved. No powder can be dissolved means saturated solution. Filter the solution to remove the insoluble impurities and collect the filtrate in china dish, or you can see in another dish. Allow the solution to cool slowly. They take the that container Then afterwards, you observe that blue color crystal of copper sulfate, after 24 hours, it separate the crystal from the solution by decantation and dry the crystal by keeping them between the filter paper. So it obtain a pure large crystal of copper sulfate by the process of crystallization. Since in this process there is no new substance is formed, so crystallization is an example of physical change, and the rusting of iron is the example of chemical change. I hope you understand something from these videos. Keep learning and keep studying.